Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? We're back on streaming on the Simple Survival server. And I haven't done a whole lot of work getting these mountains done in our underground. Oh, uh-oh, that would be bad. Okay, so we're still digging this out. And last week, we laid the paths out for above ground and got that laid out. Let's talk about our paths down here. I believe I mentioned I wanted to go ahead and go with this kind of idea with the those four things. Let me put some of this away real quick. Nope, not that one. Okay, there we go. That. Go ahead and throw those in there. Okay, so we're going to try to do our paths like this. So first thing we do is just dig out all the moss here. And for that, we're going to want our moss eater is not. This is bad. Okay, where did I put that? I have a shulker with all my special stuff in it. I have misplaced it. Where's the last at? So there's not those. This is not good. Not good at all. Okay. Hey, let's have a scavenger hunt. Okay. Home D. Have I placed my shulker here in my base? I have not placed my good shulker here. Still not. Okay. Perhaps I left it out here when we did our last stream. So last stream we went ahead and set up these little farms with the mob spawners. I brought brought another fox around here because our stinking Arctic fox just dove off of this repeatedly and killed himself. That's not cool. I see one of them came back though. That's good. So we had a black shulker box that had all of our important stuff in it, and it is not here at any of these farms that was set up. Well, this is not good, people. Not good at all. Where would I have put that? I have no clue. We laid all our paths out. We came up there. We did a little bit of pathing over here. Man, I tell you what. So when I first started building on this world, I had a black shulker with all my stuff in it before. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. Let me know in chat what you want me to do on this one. We've been building underground. I could work on the mountains more, or I could build these paths in here. But I'm trying to figure out what happened to my tools, my toolbox that has disappeared. We didn't put it up here. Man, this is weird. Okay. I don't think I laid it on this platform. I might have to go back through my footage and see what happened. Assuming it happened in the stream and I didn't like do it off camera. Whew. Okay. What is that? Oh, a rabbit. Cool. All right. Wonderful. Okay. Cool. I guess I'm going to see if maybe I put it in a box somewhere. That'd be the next thing. It may have ended up, hold on. It may have ended up in a deep slate. It wouldn't be in another shulker. My deep slate storage? No. I'm seriously going to have to go through all of these chests that I use and see where this thing ended up at. I don't have a clue. It's not with all my shulkers here or here. Just double check. That's just the old saplings pack. Potions? Where do I put stuff at? Valuables? No? Man. I almost thought that was it. Nope, that's a block of coal. That's not my shulker. So it's a black shulker, and it has my my most valuable tools in it and lots of other things. And I don't know for the life of me where it is. Let's check my layer. Let's see if I accidentally put it in here. No. So anyway, I had a black shulker before at the beginning, and I was putting my tools in it and stuff. And somehow I just I must have just thrown it into the void before that hole was really big. And I just totally lost everything. And I never found that one after that. See, these are just shulkers full of stuff. Man, this is a horrible way to start a stream. All right, watch me as I go through all of my storage to try to find a missing shulker. Oh, man. No, okay, not there. No, no, no. So far, I can tell you where it is not. I really hope I didn't throw it down somewhere. I mean, best case, maybe I placed it somewhere and I don't know where that is. I don't even use these. Okay. Darker blocks. No. Frantic searching begins. So that wasn't. No, it wouldn't have a number on it for sure. No. Blackstone. Haven't been. What is that? Shulkers? Yes. Not it. Oh, no. Saw something dark in the corner there. I thought maybe I had it. Oh, goodness gracious. I would do this off camera, but I need my tools to do what we're going to do today if we do the paths. Let me know if any of y'all have ever had this happen. I know I haven't been over here, but I'm going to check anyway. Oh, man, that black wall almost had me. I thought for sure that was it. Nothing there. Great, okay. And the next thing is all this storage over here. I still got to do some other on the other side, but now you'll get to see everything I have. This is wonderful. No, I don't even think I've been placing stuff over here. I mean, I like to be thorough. It'd be more obvious here because these are just shulkers of stone I have over here. So every one of these is full of stone. And I've sold a bunch of these already. Just full of stone. This is my cobblestone side. Same thing over here. There's a lot more empty ones though. I had somebody buy off just almost all the cobblestone I had at one point, and I just haven't been collecting as much cobblestone. Let's see, that's full of cobble, empty, 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 empty. Empty ones are easier to check because you know how to move the mouse out of the way. I mean, and they're empty. Man, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. Let's see. We did not check. We checked all that. What about here? Dripstone. Why do I have cobble there? This did not get moved over. All right, hold on. In the middle of this, let's throw that up. Might as well organize somewhere over here. All this can go over there. We're going to find a place for the cobble stuff as well. It's going to go there. I'm gonna throw this down here, Mossy. There. I just don't know, guys. Let's lift over food. Let's lift over that. Where would I have placed my shulker box? This is the disadvantage of having lots of storage, and you see lots of this is just future room. Woods, no black shulker there. Ah, what is wrong with me? There it goes. Okay. Okay. Don't see it there. Don't see it there. Deep slate stuff. Why do I have to? Oh, I never got rid of the sign on that one. That's actually an empty one. Okay, obsidian. Various blocks. Stone bricks. Not there. Looking for a black shulker box. I know this is going to make amazing content right now. If you're watching this, I really hope you enjoy it as we search through every chest in my base to see where I have misplaced a shulker box, because that's the only thing I can think of is I accidentally clicked it into something. That's all dirt. Dirt, maybe grass over here. There's my grass. I would not have been in these. These are all empty. Peak content right here. You won't see this anywhere else, I promise you. This is, I know, what everybody woke up this morning hoping they can see in a Minecraft video, and I'm glad I did not disappoint. I'm just going to check every inventory I have. Okay, you need sticks. You need sticks to operate. This is my little furnace setup for like little items that I want to smelt back into nuggets and things. So all my armor that I'm not going to use, these came from quests. When they reset the quest yet again, I'm just going to get nuggets from it. No big deal. Nothing special there. I don't have chests in here, though. Okay, it's not in that inventory. That pop back out. Those pop back out too. I have no clue. I would have had it with me, and like I could have placed it down. I'm sure we didn't throw it in here for any reason. It's like my backup tools. I think I have a backup obsidian hoe somewhere. Let's see. There it is. It only has mending on it. We can take care of that. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. I'm not giving up. I am going to find it, but we're going to go ahead and go with this one. I want to put other enchants on here. I want, let's see, it has mending, so Unbreaking 3 would be right here. Oh, I'm out. I should really keep my shop stocked better. Efficiency. Dave does not have efficiency in his shop and needs to correct that. I am working on getting that enchant with some of my villagers, but I do not currently have it. So I am going to go over here. These guys, Elusive Fox, and who else is in this one? Esno, have a good bit of stock of things. So I'm going to, just for efficiency's sake, buy these from them. You're welcome. They're out of stock too. We have an, okay, there's an efficiency book. Do you really need efficiency 5 on a hoe? No, you don't. Am I going to have it? Absolutely. Now, Is it fortune or looting that work on a hoe? Let me just. I'm gonna do a quick search. Minecraft hoe enchants. Let's see. Hoe enchantment list. You can get efficiency, fortune, mending. Okay, so we're gonna go with fortune. On that. Yeah, fortune. Okay, so let's get a fortune book. Just for efficiency's sake, I need to get those from him. And breaking, they're out of. I'm going to go to home V3, I think. And it's actually the fourth one. Excuse me. I think I had a fortune book there. I could have just saved myself some money. No big deal. We got it. We got it. We got cash here. I support other people a little bit. Maybe I have my unbreaking guy. Oh, here we go. All right, we need a book and 22 emeralds. He's right there. Okay. Book and 22 emeralds. That's plenty. Stay awake. Okay, I'm breaking. There we go. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, now we're going to go back home. And let's see here. Okay, now the trick for enchantments to keep the cost down is just play around with the order. This is 5 no matter how we do that. But if we put that there, we got 5 and 3. So this is going to be our cheapest way to do this combination. And naturally, we just broke our naturally we just broke that 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna get the other out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Our anvil, because that's what happens when you need it the most. They break. And we're going to check these. That's 7 that way and 7 that way. It doesn't really matter. Now we're going to throw that in there. And that's the way to keep your Moss Eater 2, because that was the name of the other one. And I like it. All right, now we have a backup. I'm just in pain. You know what? Here's another. Okay, hold on. Mob. Let's go to the mob farm here. Let's check if it. Oh, no. Oh goodness. Okay. How about the other one? So if it. This is painful. I don't. Because if it's not on my filter, it could have gotten eaten. Linking containers, delete items, tunnel. See, what is my filters in here? Okay, shulker is in there. So if I'd have dropped it here, it would have picked it up. Let's double check that one over there. That would be an explanation. So these have a delete mode, these magic hoppers that, okay, I definitely put shulker in here. That if you drop things on the ground, you can just, well, anyway, like if you don't want certain drops, like here, I don't think we're keeping arrows. We want to just get rid of them because that'll be a bunch. Same thing over there. It could just automatically delete them. So what I found for my own sanity is to put, go back, to put all of my tools and other items that I might accidentally throw down on the save list here. So if I do drop a shulker, and that's like any shulker, it doesn't have to be a plain color shulker, it will deposit them in a chest. So that was my other thought of what might have happened. And seeing that block of coal just makes me think, that's it. Okay, go back to, there you go. I mean, other than that, where I would have been using the hoe would be around the center, digging moss out. So where have I been digging moss out? I dug it out off those farms. Okay, we've got, all right, I just need to check one more time. up top. Because we would have used the hoe to dig all this moss up for this. Guys, y'all doing great. Check this out. They're collecting stuff for me, man. And they're killing them off. I've got an auto collector there with another magic hopper. I do not have those set to delete, so I don't have to put my tools on the list. I don't know. Okay. I am not rage quitting, though. We're going to press on, and we're going to work on those paths. So we have things set up. I will eventually figure out what I last used that hoe on and when I got my shulker out, and we will find it. Maybe today, maybe next week, maybe in a few months. Who knows? I'm sure we could try to take bets on that, but I really don't know where that shulker went. I feel like that's going to set me back tremendously. But we will press on. We will persevere. We will be strong. As I totally don't give up on looking. Okay, let's go back. The good thing is my most important tools were in my inventory, in my hotbar, and we don't have to recreate them. Just one. That was it. That's not bad. Okay, so for these paths, we have this raised moss that kind of marks it. We're going to go just like come in here and just kind of walk and go back and forth with that a little bit. Follow the top moss there. Ooh, nice. The diamond. I don't know how in the world I did not pick that up already, but we will do that. Thank you. More than one. Okay, there we go. We'll just keep digging through that, and I need to do one quick thing right over here. There it is. All right. So we can come back and kind of edit these paths a bit and make them wider where they need to be or whatever, but this is just like a general idea. We need to get rid of the moss first before we add the other blocks back in. We'll just leave that there. We want to, I don't know what we want to do there. There we go. Okay. Dig our way through this moss, make our path. We'll get this started, Will. I do want to show y'all one of the other servers we have here that I've been playing on a little bit too. It's still in its early stages, so if anybody does want to join that one and kind of get in on it. Whereas the economy setup on here is more about spawners and selling stuff from the spawners and other drops like that in order to make money. The other one is a job-based server, which it just has certain jobs you can do to make money. And you level up in those jobs. So if you're into that kind of thing, it's a fun one to join. If you just like vanilla playing with a few extras, I mean, I have to admit, I like having the added enchantments on here. Being able to rip through blocks and stuff does make this whole digging out a lot easier. Let's get an empty shulker here and throw that in. That one, no, this one. Put the diamonds at. Okay. I think I missed some moss. I do like to hang on to every block of mine, generally speaking. I'm a block hoarder, I guess you can say, in Minecraft, and I'll have tons and tons of storage of stuff that I think I might need someday. Even if I don't end up needing it, I just keep it. And that's kind of a problem, which is why I end up having large storage areas in here and have to continue expanding them. The one thing I like about this economy server where you can sell stuff is that just gives me a large stock to sell out of. So that's a good thing. This is going to be a narrower path back here. We don't have to go quite as wide with it. It's going to come back over here to their entrance and probably veer off this way a little bit. And maybe eventually die off. Okay. This is messing up my laid out paths of torches or lighting, but I'll be okay with that. This is going to be a smaller path here again, just an offshoot of the main. Get over there. Okay, and then we'll come back through here with our main path, and we'll make this wide again. That joins in here. It's wide. Cool. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Shoot through here. We're going to have like a main road that just kind of goes in front of where these villagers are going to be at. It's going to make sense once everything's in here. When is everything going to be in here? I have no clue, but start with a plan. Will these roads be the final roads? Probably not. I might change them again. We're going to get a start on laying out the paths. And I'm probably out of inventory space again. Hold on. This one. This one. Oh, sorry, I was completely silent there for a minute. Yeah, so we're just going to dig through here. Sometimes I have thoughts in my brain and I just go silent, just thinking instead of actually speaking. And yeah, so we're just going to keep this path through here. I think I mentioned, I don't know if that farm's going to stay there in its exact spot or not. We could possibly build a building into a mountainside and keep it there. So this is going to turn back this way and go over here. Right there. Cool. All right. So now we've got this. We're going to take this and all over here. I think we just about got them dug out now. It's going to go around here up to the base of this giant thing. And that cuts back this way. Man, all right. See if I'm full yet. No, I'm not full yet. But we'll go ahead and empty it while we're here. Go. Some of these I might have to bring the mountain out further, and then the road might have to move, but we can at least get a general idea like this. Here we go. Just keep it going back and forth. Again, we can come back and widen it, narrow it, whatever we need to do. We're just getting a general start. There we go. Let's put a torch here. Try not to create an accidental mob farm. Okay, so this one, we're just doing a cut into the stairs there. Sweet. Nice. Okay. God, I'm still totally well, I don't even know. Like, I'm still stuck on that shulker. I don't know what happened to it, and it's going to consume my every thought for a while here. Am I getting decent frames on this? I'm trying to see, like, it looks fine in my game, but my stream looks a little weak, a little shaky. There we go. Okay. Maybe that's just the way it is. I know the internet's good here. The computer should be fine. I don't have too much running on it. It should be able to handle it. Let's make this path go over here. There you go. I had all my torches evenly spaced because I can. And I know that kind of throws it off a little bit. I guess I should check. Do I even have sound in here? Microphone? Yeah, that's good. Okay. I muted my microphone in my last stream for a little bit and totally forgot to unmute. And it was only for a couple minutes, though. I'd muted to check on something. And yeah, that's embarrassing. Anyway, so I just wanted to make sure that it's not, totally off. Okay, that connects back around there. We're full again. Oh, no, come back. We're gonna do another shulker here. Throw all that in there. Sweet. And that goes there. We'll just cut in like that. Make that good and even. Collect all my moss, torches. Anybody sees a black shulker laying around anywhere in the background that I missed, just let me know. Go. Which one did I haven't? I say, is that all the paths? That's one. Oh, this one right here. Okay. So this is connecting that. Okay, we can make that one narrow. Doesn't have to be super big. I really like, I know it's been a few updates when they changed to where mobs only spawn in 0 light level. It did make lighting things up a lot easier because it's a lot more obvious when it is a 0 light level as opposed to just being like 6 or 7. Because that was a pain in the butt before. It'd take twice as many torches, if not even more than that, to keep this place lit up. But I think we're still okay even with this. So, all right. Well, that's a much better representation of the layout of the paths in here. Oh, I did miss some. Okay, here we go. Glad I checked. Straight over here. All right, cool. And then there's that and that. This is just going around to the portal. Cutting into that path as well. Okay, cool. Let's go back here and take this. Okay, so from here, we're going to cut over. I believe now we have it all. We're going to fly around and check it, though. Okay, so, I mean, even that with those colors, it does make it more like what I want it to look like. So this isn't the blocks we would be using, but they're at least a lot more contrast, more of the contrast that we'd be looking for. Excuse me. Yeah, so that's a general workout of the pass. Now these little areas, we can have buildings, we can have some parks, things like that going on. And we'll just see what we can work out with that. Okay, let's go do the same thing up top. It's going to be a little more complicated because it's not flat. I say that we really need our blocks. We need our palette figured out for the top pass before we can start doing that, because we'll have to like make where the steps are. It's not just a matter of digging it out and leaving the path. What do we have here? Dirt. We don't need these anymore. We're going to take those back and put them up. Okay. So I've shown you around this plot here. I've got this underground part. We've got the part up top. Nope, I don't have a home called top. Home front then. All the part up top here. I do have another base of mine on this server, and that's going to be, let's see, home coral. This one, it's not quite as big, but I have a nice beachfront property. It's always important to have a good property like that. And I just have this little dune mountain that gradually fades into whatever. And I've tried to work on the fading this in a little better with some sand kind of spilling into it. I don't know how far back I own on this, but that's kind of my little thing. So sometimes I'll come here and just lay down in the, oh, let's see. Lay down. Okay, how do I do that? Hold on. Let me go back and shift. Let's do this one. So if I stand here and do lay, okay, I almost got it. Hold on. We'll get this. This one, if I do lay. One, two, three, four. There we go. Okay. Where's my F5 button right there? Chilling on the beach at night. What's just the command for time here? Player time. Play. No. We have a command to set the time for us. Like it's just a local time. So like it's weird because you can set the permanent day for you, but like there's still a day-night cycle going on. So you'll be like in complete daylight and there'll be like hostile mobs spawning everywhere, and you're like, what in the world? P time? Nope. Personal time. Okay. That is it. P time day. There we go. Okay. Now we're on the beach in the daytime. So I just have these little things set up here. I'm coming here. Huh? Why did it not show my armor? It doesn't show anything. Okay. That is weird. I don't know what's happening. Maybe it's because I'm shifted down. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay. Anyway. Fun little thing we do on here. Boom, 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 boom. All right. So I kind of, a part of the reason I wanted this plot is to preserve some coral so I can get them, but like I don't have a ton of space. I would, okay. My shulker has my stuff in it to do land claims, so that's why I can't show you without going back home and getting a stick. Crazy. Do I have any sticks just sitting in there? Oh, I do. I'm sorry. My bad. So my plot is only like out to here. That, okay? So like, I didn't claim the whole coral reef. But I want to build like a little ocean area out here too. There's plenty more coral over here. So it's good. I'd originally tried to build a base here, but somebody came around. I had a small claim that I was going to work with, and somebody like started clearing all the sand around it. So, yeah, that coral reef continues on. So the little area I'm calling home isn't limiting anybody from getting corals. We have to be careful to share our resources. I understand. But I wanted a pretty area to later build like maybe a volcano coming down there to the beach. And then do some stuff out in the ocean too. This one's going to be my main focus for now. All right, we've got moss we can throw into here. Yeah, set my moss storage. Moss there. It's partially full. I think we can fill that one up the rest of the way. with this. Yep, okay, cool. You need to go away. Okay, there it is. We'll throw these seeds into that. I probably need to get a separate moss. Okay, let's throw the moss up top. Moss, 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 moss. There's probably more moss. Moss. Okay. Moss, dirt, 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 moss, moss. Moss. And moss. Okay. And just throw that moss in there too. And as a matter of fact, I think we're just going to take everything mossy and throw it up there. Moss carpet? Sure, why not? More moss? Yeah, we'll take that. Moss, moss, moss. And that is not lost on me that actually means more and more in Spanish. Okay, all right. Where are we at? There we go. Okay, cool. I feel like I'm not getting much done on here because I'm so preoccupied with that shulker issue. Let's see, let's throw this one in here. Dirt, that's full of dirt. We can put it down here. Inventory management is a big deal in this game. So it's going to be a big deal in what we're playing. These empty. Those are empty. Okay, we're going to throw those over here. Doop. Okay, that's just tough. That's cobble deep slate, but there's only 13 in there. Let's get that fill back up and we throw them in there. Oh. It's sad. Okay, guys. Let's just throw these down here because these are just like general stuff I need to get rid of. So that was tough. That's going to go in here. I know y'all don't want to watch someone manage their inventory for an hour, so we're going to put this up and then get back to building some paths. All right. So what we're working on down there is a path made out of later. Okay. Home base. Our materials for this path are going to be what? There they are. I was okay. Stone, andesite, gravel, and cobblestone. So we're going to go from coarseness up to smoothness. Now we could go different ways with this. These examples I have here start with the coarsest being the middle and working smoother as you go out from that. We could also do the other way, which probably would be better. Have the smoother stuff in the middle work out to the coarsest at the edges, because we could go from cobble to mossy cobble. Tell me that I'm not wrong about the recipe for mossy cobble. Lovely. Okay, we can definitely do that. And we just need to have a place for, we do not need that right now. Let's grab some more cobble here. Okay, good. That'll give us a transition into our into our moss there. Good. Okay. So we're going to add that last block, the 5th block into here. So we're just going to work our edges like that. And even if the path's here, we can come back and break some moss out and put mossy cobble as we get in there. So we're going to work on getting this transitioned in. So the biggest thing is going to be the center is going to be more of a smooth. path, so it means we need to rip all this out to do it the way we want. So let's start by getting rid of the gravel. Everything else will work by this bad boy. Now this efficiency 7 that is on this, not vanilla, but it makes insta-mining things, like it'll insta-mine stone, but like your cobblestone, if you have haste 2 on it, will insta-mine. So thus the really large hole that we're in, we're able to dig that out. Obviously, nothing speeds up deep slate that I know of anyway. So we still got to kind of do our best with that. Okay. So we're going smooth in the middle, right? Smooth in the middle. Let's just go ahead and lay that out some. It wasn't really middle. That's okay. Okay. So with what we've got here, the kind of rule we worked with, we're work out from there. So if we've got just a smooth piece here, we can put some andesite around that, right? Touch edges. Now, obviously, it's going to take a lot more of these other blocks. Occasionally, you can break that rule, but we're going to try to follow it to begin with just to see how it looks. It's going to be a lot of andesite. And we can try to figure out if some places need to be a little more broken down. Some places are smoother. That's kind of the deal that we're going with here. So we're just going to use it what we have for now. All right, so then around that, we're going to add gravel. Boom, boom. Gravel touches andesite. Let's just come back through here and make sure we got gravel everywhere. All right. We're starting to get a look here. And then we'll break that apart even more after we have our gravel in place. Dun, dun, dun. Oh. Okay, that's that and that. Okay. And then if there's any edges past that, we can go with cobblestone. We could fade back the other direction on some of these down at this end, or do that. This is kind of where that's going in. We might. That one's going to be a mossy cobble. Where'd they go? What's that on here? There we go. If there's a point like that, we're going to mossy. Okay. That's where we ran out of gravel. So we're going to. Okay. All right. Yeah. So that's kind of the general idea for our path here. I think I like it. Like I'll still come through here and like change it a little bit. I think like this is probably, we could probably, andesite can touch andesite. So we could put andesite there. That's why that went away. We did our shovel. Probably need our shovel more than we need our axe. There's that. We're going to throw gravel in here. Smooth stone was... Those are in the wrong order. Like that. Okay. Good. And I mean, they don't have to have smooth stone in it. We could actually start with a different block and kind of build out from it. But I think that's our general idea of what we're going to do with the path. This is the first little section here. Let's say gravel is what we left off with over here. So let's get that gravel going in so we can kind of fill in some gaps there. And then cobblestone. Let's go gravel here, pull us back to andesite. Yeah, but it's easier to just kind of lay your one block out and build from that. Yeah, it gives you some diversity. It gives rules for it. And that's just kind of how a good path starts. Now, we can tweak this and make it look better as we'll get into it. Excuse me, just taking a sip of soda. Yeah, let's speak words, Dave. Let's go ahead and throw down our smooth stone. They're out here. Okay. I feel like it's going to be a pretty broken down path. So we'll go with not having too much over on some of these. You can almost argue that you almost don't need smooth stone as one of the steps in here, but thank you, Moss. Okay. These areas will be a bit more susceptible to being worn down. Back to the beginning of our playlist, and I have more stone there. Okay. Okay, now let's take this. All right, good. Is that a broken? Okay, whatever. More moss. All right, I know I'm going to miss things, and we're going to have to come back through here and make sure we get it all. It's really dense there. It's okay. We'll work with that. Definitely want it there. A little bit here. Give me that. Okay. All right. Let's do a bit more of a shape here. Good. That's practically touching the edge too. Good. All right. Let's come back over here to continue that path this way. Good. More. Okay. That one, I don't even know if maybe like one spot will have some. It's just going to be a lot more broken down. This can have a blob here as we work off of. Same thing with this. There's not a whole lot of smoother stuff on this path. That might actually be too much. We might just get rid of that and do the other blocks there and kind of do a lot more mossy cobble along the edge of this because it's a less used path. It's going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay, sweet. Okay. Almost. Okay. All right. We do like that here. It's going to end like that. Okay. Sweet. This one already did this way. Let's throw this one in. Like that. One there. Kind of dies off. Gets more broken up. This one, we need to get here real quick. It may not look like we're doing much, just laying a few blocks every now and then, but these are kind of the seeds for the spread of the other blocks. Excuse me. There we go. Okay, make sure we got all those. Let's go around here, and this little spur here, we need to get a couple pieces in. Do like a little bit there, and then one there. Sweet. Okay, just follow that around and make sure, and then we'll check the middle again. So we got that. I think we went all the way around that. Okay, we're going to cut through here. Yeah, okay. It's a little better maintained around the center tower. Okay. All right, let's go back and swap our smooth stone out. Well, let's keep what's there. We don't have extra. Next is going to be andesite. We're going to grab a bunch of that. This is going to take a lot more because for every one of those, you have more around the edges, right? So 1 second real quick. Got to check something. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Yes. Andesite around smooth stone. Or it's not smooth stone anymore. It's just stone. I remember back in the day when this was called smooth stone, and then we had the other that came in, and they had to rethink everything. So it is now just called stone. Oh, that's okay. It's a happy accident. Placed an extra block there, but we can do that still. I think connecting them like that's going to be good. I believe there is some thunder going on outside. A little storm coming through our area. I don't know if it comes through in the stream or not, or in the video sound, but I definitely hear it, even with my earbuds in. They do cancel a lot of noise out, but focus in. Okay, all right. Oh, it's an extra one that wasn't part of the formula, but again, like when there's extra ones that fall in there, it's okay. It'll break the monotony. I think with things like this, like make rules for it, but then know when to break those rules. I feel like music's like that a lot. I am a musician outside of this. And it's important to know the rules of music, but then like you have to know when and where to break those music rules to make music. So when it comes to Minecraft building, there aren't specific set rules. I mean, there's guidelines that we have here. Consider them more or less guidelines. Actually, I want to get that while we're here. Come here. I thought I gathered everything, and we're just going to throw this because we have plenty of it. All right, that's going to go away. We're going to throw it up here. And we're andesite. That's what we're doing. Okay. Okay. Andesite. Yeah. Okay. Sweet. Keep doing the same thing over here. I would probably make this a little bigger like that when there's just a single one. Still kind of grouped together, but that's kind of the play. We'll go with that one. We'll just kind of group it like that. You can't just do singles, but that would be where I'd encourage kind of breaking the main rule and putting more andesite next to andesite in this pattern. We don't want to do it too much. Boop. Go this way. This one feels like it needs something. We'll just add that there. I'm not hating it. There we go. We don't want to just have the stars like that all the time. I think on some of these we'll use gravel to break it up, to break out of the main pattern there. Make a cross. It's only upside down if you look at it the wrong way. A lot of andesite going in here. Sweet. Ooh, that sounded a lot louder. Thunder. Okay. A lot of repetition, but it is still getting the job done. And that, and let's see here. I think a lot of this I could do off camera just to get these paths laid in here. I think we did a lot of good work just kind of laying it out where we wanted them at. Digging out the moss to begin with, just to show the process of like making a random path. Now these edges, they could stay like this. I might mess them up a bit. The main thing is you don't want straight lines through here because straight lines are boring. So just going through there with your tool and just going side to side as you walk and maybe just moving over back and forth a little bit. Don't make your path straight unless you're purposely making like modern roads or things like that, which tend to be more straight. But like for your older paths like this, don't make them straight. Okay, give it a little character, such as this. So all right. So my plan is to try to come back in here and fill these paths in off stream, off camera, and just get this part kind of done. And then once we've kind of laid out our paths, which I know the mountains are still a very daunting task, I have to say. We got that other one done over here. Sometimes I just get bored with that. I want to do something more fun than dig. So we can here. Building little bits. I'm going to knock out a little bit of the mountain as we go. It's going to take a while to get all this done, but we will knock it out a little bit at a time. So paths I will try to do before our next stream next weekend. Soon. So look forward to Saturday. I do a satisfactory stream, usually Saturday mornings, unless something else comes up. That's the plan. Cubic Odyssey, I just did a stream when was that? Monday, maybe? I will be streaming that some. I don't know exactly when. Look for that. I do have plans to do a Capture the Monument CTM map with another streamer. So look out for that. That should be coming soon on here. We've picked out a map. We've got a server. We're getting set up. I just got to install the actual Minecraft server software and throw the map on there and check it out. And then from there, we'll kind of see how that stream goes, see if we can get some interest in it and possibly do some more. We're just going to do a simple one together to begin with and then see what else people might be interested in. So, all righty, guys. Well, thanks for joining the stream today. If you were able to take a look at it, if you're watching, thanks for being here. And we will have more content next time. Have a good day.